Welcome, everyone. You got to listen to me intro it today because Dash ain't here. He's got to work. The sucker working in the evenings. Well, we're here, me and Dave. He's got his Ferrari cap on. He's ready to go to Austria. How's it going, bud?
I'm ready. I'm ready, man.
I'm so
I'm
excited
ready
for you
for
right
my
now.
week. Yeah,
Amazing's going.
I'm as well.
Spielberg.
I'm as well. The first time I will hear those damn cars like in live and
Mhm.
see if the TV is doing any justice, if it's
Oh
doing
man,
any justice to the speed and all. God damn, I'm happy.
I hear not. I hear that does no justice to what it is.
And
I haven't
and
seen it
and
yet.
and it's a weekend where literally they have everything. It's F1, F2, F3, and the Porsche Super Cup. So it's literally every racing series.
You did miss out the Academy, but I guess we're not counting that.
Yeah, but they have their own weekends as well. So
No, I know.
yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
um, I mean, since we're already trashing female sports, not that I'm opposed to them. We're not opposed to them here. It's just, it's unfortunate when the Swiss women's team, plays a boys under 15 team and loses 7-1. It's just not there yet.
No
And
comment.
you wonder. I mean, you wonder.
No
You got to
comment.
grow it. You got to grow it though, right? Like these are things that have to be said. It's not like we're trying to trash women's sports. I know there's like incels out there that are like, well, women shouldn't play. No, that's not where. But I mean, it does have to get better, doesn't it?
No, it has. It is just a different quality of football, right? Like I speak about football because I watched a bit of women's football. So the game completely looks different. Like it's
Mhm.
so like slow paced, and of course, like they don't have the absolute like athletic abilities that the men possess. Like just like scientifically and physiologically, like there are differences that you see in man. I'm struggling to phrase it how I want
You're trying to
because
be political about it.
no,
And
and also it's English like second language for me, so I don't want to phrase it wrong. But the game is yeah, is going ahead in a pace that is just not interesting for
it's
me to
different.
watch.
It's different.
It's different, yeah. Like I
In my
do it here,
opinion,
I do it here and then. Like I watch big matches. I watch like World Cup and Euro, like a couple of the knockout stage games and all of that. But I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just not
I
in.
watched a bit of it too, especially when Julia Grosso was playing. I was pretty much watching every match. But that was just
But
uh,
let it be said, like those women are still incredible athletes, like
oh, they
on
cooked my
their own.
ass, that's for sure. Like I can't hold a candle to them.
Oh,
But
absolutely not.
I mean, what I think what the problem is, I mean, this was not planned to talk about it at all. But since we're on the topic, I mean, they're trying too much to be the man's game when they should just focus on being their own version of the game, you know? Like do their own thing and make something novel, make something that's different. Because if you're trying to do the same thing, it's not going to work.
For example, the women's basketball game, right? Like the WNBA.
Yeah, which is actually growing.
That is actually growing. The quality of playing is really good. Like again, it's not as fast paced and high flying like the NBA than the male NBA players.
Well,
But
Angel
but
Reese throws elbows like Draymond Green, so
yeah, but that's what I want. But that's what I want to say. Like they are still like physical, throwing elbows, holding each other. Like it's actual like gritty basketball. Like if you're into gritty basketball and not into the new fast-paced, exciting, high flying type of basketball with zero defense, like the women's basketball game actually gives you that. If you are a fan of that, so yeah,
pretty much.
just gotta just gotta pick what you like, man.
Should have turned off the comments on this one. Um,
Yeah,
Here's the thing, even
I don't
though
even dare to read all the
whatever,
comments.
it's fine. It is what it is. I mean, if you're a female at this point still listening, kudos to you. That being said, okay, what even if it is worse, right? Like, and I know Primo, you're the one that's watching all the carding and sending us carding videos, right? Like grassroots level racing.
Yeah, I have 10 hours to watch all the karting videos he sent. So
Yeah, you need 10
I will do that on my way tomorrow to prepare
right? But
for the F3 and F2 younglings like trying to kill each other on track.
yeah, I mean it's great, right? That's why we watch it, because even though it's not F1, it's not the top level, whatever, it's still fun to watch. It's something different. Anyways, that's probably enough time on taking a hit at women's sports.
Yeah,
Not intentional. I'm sorry.
That's yeah.
All right, we shall move on. So I want to try something different here. There are so many rumors going around that it's almost stupid. We're at this stupid part of the season, transfer market. I'll touch on a couple things that are of more interest. A couple of the big names, sure, but right now we're gonna just try to focus on a couple things. Dave has to wake up early in the morning today, so we're not gonna ramble on about a bunch of nonsensical rumors that may or may not happen. We're just gonna go for a couple heavy hitters, and the first one I want to talk about tonight, and I didn't even share this with Dave at all. I've been gone.
Don't tell me it's Jadon Sancho.
No, we'll get to there.
Oh, okay.
But it's not.
Sorry.
We're not just going to talk about Jadon.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're not just going to talk about Jadon. I'm gonna. There's going to be a package with Jadon. That is coming up.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, this one I find interesting. This is more off the pitch stuff, right? Tether. So this is the crypto company. Recently bought a few percent, now up to 10.7% stake in the club, pushing for a seat on the club's board of directors. I want to have a discussion about this. Is this something that is okay? Now, I mean, who am I to judge, honestly, at the end of the day? But from a fan's perspective, is this really what we want? We say we want it. We want to have a fan's voice in there, but do we want just some random crypto guy to come in and start making decisions? And chat, if of course, like please add into this.
I don't think. Look, it's such a minority stake. Like it's still like
10% decent.
It's still 10%. So it's a tenth of the club basically. But I don't think that is enough for the ultimate say. But it will certainly like have voting rights. But a company like Tether, like it's not fussed about making like player decisions. Like ultimately, what they are there for are business decisions, and like the bigger club with sponsorships and all of that. So I think they will be more interested in that. Like most of the times, if you get shareholders in, they're not interested in the actual like playing side of it and making decisions on those accounts. So we should be still in a good spot. And on the business side, honestly, I don't have a lot to say on them because I didn't look into Tether's like actual numbers, how the business is doing and all of that. But overall, it will not impact us like in a sporting sense, I think.
Like it's interesting. At first, my emotions when I first heard about this, talking a couple months ago now, when it first happened, and he had an even smaller stake. And back then I was like, I mean, you're probably going to need to buy a bit more to have some sort of say. Well, now he's clearly pushing for it. But yeah, my emotions were like, yeah, this is good. Get more say. It's almost, and I know Americans won't necessarily understand this, but in like the political system in most other countries, you have more than just two parties. You have these like minor parties that never really form government, but they're kind of just like they're poking and say, hey, how about this? Think about this.
Yeah, and they're always like poking and going on your nerves, like in the opposition.
So yeah, like that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not.
But who is this dude? Honestly, like who is he?
I don't know. I can't tell you anything about it because I didn't have the time to read into Tether. I just know of their crypto stuff, but I don't know any of the numbers. I'm not a guy that is invested in crypto, so I can't tell you honestly anything about it. But why not? Like if you get business partners like into the team, it helps, like it raises you funds, like is essentially that in the end helps support the club. And for that, of course, they will want to have voting rights, but it will not impact in the sporting sense. So I'm not too worried. And on the business side of it, I don't think it will hurt us in any way, shape, or form. It is just having different parties looking out for the business to grow, essentially. That's what they are there for.
I mean, as long as he's in good faith, it's collaborative effort. I don't really mind. Like he owns 10%. That's kind of how this thing works. No,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have to be voted onto the board. Each company does it slightly different. LJJ, I think, is this a question? 10% of Exor. It's 10% specifically of the Juventus stock because Juventus is public. If that was 10% of Exor, that's a much bigger deal.
That's a much bigger yeah. Yep.
And thank you, J-Car. I got this haircut when I was off in Calgary by an Iraqi guy. Iraqis give, man, it's not the first time I've had an Iraqi barber. They massage your back too when you're doing, like, they go all out. They're amazing. Find
Dude,
yourself an Iraqi barber.
trust me, Arabic barbers, -1, always the best.
Yeah, so good. Not gonna lie. So thank you, and kudos to the BK Barbershop in North Calgary. If you're there for some reason,
Hey, and they got the plug.
yeah, why not, man? He did a great job. Net so we do have Sal. We do have our numbers guy. So net positive, is this referencing to Tether, Sal, that this is a net positive? Are we talking financially, or are we talking about with him trying to be on the board?
Trust me, Primo in Iraq, he doesn't start talking about women's sports. I'm sorry. They just
man. Quick question: are we going to get slapped silly tomorrow? We're certainly
no,
going to get into that.
we yeah, we will get into that, but we will not get slapped. Like
Yeah, we're gonna hit off a
we
couple news
are,
pieces, and we're gonna get into
even
it.
though we think and see how trash we are still a decent team that shouldn't be just get bitch slapped.
It'll be interesting, but we won't digress quite yet.
But trust me, we will have like 30 to 35% ball possession, and it will be dirtiest game for us. So that will be my outlook.
Terrible, maybe.
There's no other way. If you play Manchester City, you won't have the ball a lot. So you gotta make something out of those
I'm
30
here
to
for it.
35% you have the ball, right?
I'm here for a
And
0-0 game.
terror ball is where we are at our best, right?
Absolutely.
I take a 0-0 because that keeps us on top of the group. So
It does. It absolutely does.
and it keeps us on the nice side of the draw.
All right.
So if we
Let's
draw,
get back.
we profit.
Get back to the nonsense. The headliners, guys. The headline, the thumbnail. If you haven't caught on to it yet, I mean, I've never really explained it, but the headline of the thumbnails typically like the build up. We build up to that, right? It's like a concert. You have your openers, or like a boxing fight. You have the shitty things that you don't care about, and you kind of like build up to it to a crescendo. That's what we're doing here. I know we were excited for it, but that's why we're trying to quick fire tonight. Because there is a massive game happening tomorrow. But quickly, this is on my mind because of the Canadian bias. I can't stop thinking about it. Jonathan David, it's, you know how I am with rumors. I hate them, but I'm hearing multiple sources coming multiple times a day. This is actually something that's heating up, and I don't know if I should be excited about it, but damn it, it's a free transfer looking at about 6 million a year in wages.
If
plus
look,
fees.
normally I would say 6 is just a bit much. I would have liked to stay around 5, but I'm not gonna cry about paying him 1 million more per year, but getting him for free. So in the end, yeah, like ideally, of course, I think I would have liked another striker profile, but considering he's for free, and then having him and Kolomyani, who will be there on loan as well, because the more the time passes, the more it looks like we're keeping Kolomyani as well.
For
So
now, anyways, yeah.
I don't mind that being our striker tandem. Why not?
My
I take it.
biggest concern, and I mean, Primo, if you guys haven't caught his show yet, Primo Calcio, check it out. It's Primo_Calcio on YouTube. The back line. I mean, breaking down that low block, right? He's played French League. He's played North America. You know, in the CONCACAF right now, Gold Cup. There's so much more space to play with.
Yeah.
Can he work the Italian system? And that, quite honestly, coupled with the fact that he's had the famous one good season,
Yeah.
like Vlahovic, like Chiesa.
No. The thing, of course, you can do better on the striker market, but if you think about it, the striker position is not the most essential one for breaking down the low block.
True enough.
It is important, of course, because essentially your striker is the one that is trying to pull gaps in between the defenders. But in general, you need the players that can make those passes, that can do like or wingers that do overlapping runs. Or in theory, you should have a 10 that is able to break the defense down with his passing game. And we don't have anything of that. So in the end, even if you put Haaland in there and he is able to occupy like two defenders, like the ball in the end won't get there. So yeah, in the end, it doesn't matter who the striker is, and getting one for free, I don't mind. And I think honestly, numbers wise, he will be similar to Vlahovic, but way cheaper. So
Way
it's not
cheaper.
as big of way cheaper, yeah.
Significantly cheaper. And I've
And
even
that is a plus on my book.
now I've heard as well, there's so many different reports. This is, I mean, just one of the articles that's out there. There's really so many. That's why we're talking about it now. He's even, apparently there has been money thrown on the table. There is some sort of agreements. Jonathan David is apparently talking to his entourage to lower their demands for the bonuses, the fees. And I hate agent fees. I think it's ridiculous. They're getting paid one or the other. I kind of get it with how it works here with the free agent. And as Primo will say it, he's a mercenary. This is a mercenary.
Yep.
His agents are shopping him around Europe for the best deal. Not necessarily like the most money up front, but like the project. Obviously, he's looking at the project and how he'll fit in and how many minutes. Like, let's be honest. If Jonathan David comes to Juventus, he will get playing time, and he will be playing in the Champions League.
Yeah.
As much as we shat on Juve the past few months on how this is not an attractive team, this is a perfect example of somebody who would be attracted to this team. Coming from, you know, not the top of the French league, but like that was his first step into Europe, and now he's looking like he's a Canadian. Canadians don't do this. Alphonso Davies is the only Canadian that has ever gotten to a top team. He's going to be the second one. This is his chance.
Yeah. No, and like Primo's saying, like he is a mercenary in that sense, but like he says, like the whole team is. So what difference does it make bringing one more in on a free transfer that will want to prove himself, to raise his value again? And I'm pretty sure like that he is already looking or trying to fight for the next like bigger contract with a bigger team.
Yeah, he's here 2-3 years.
Yeah.
You know,
So why not trying it? See what he will bring, how many goals and goal contributions he can bring. Maybe if he's around what Vlahovic is doing or just above that, honestly, for a free transfer, that's good impact. So yeah.
at the end of the day, we need a striker, and this might possibly be one of the most cost-effective ways because depending on the contract, we can still maybe get some money on a sale. Like maybe he leaves again on a free. In that case, I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
if we somehow manage to get, I don't know, Even say 15 million. That's a couple years' wages.
No, or whatever we get, even if he fucks up badly and we sell him like for just 15 million in 2 years or whatever,
You're
it's
making money
still
back.
like it's still a 15 million plus for Lenza.
Yeah.
Like we are not saying that we will get the next like 30 goals scoring striker or whatever. It is of course not that, and neither is Kolomouani, by the way. None of our strikers is capable of that. But in the end, we can't have it both ways. Sitting here on stream, especially me, crying about us not going into the free agent market, and now we go into it and cry about the player we get. So I'm happy with it. Why not? Like try Jonathan David, give him the contract. 6 million is not a disaster. Like you're getting him essentially for free. Like if you signed him for, I don't know, 20 something, maybe he would have been okay with 5. But in the end, 6.5, whatever it is, like it's not like earth shattering. So
Yeah,
why
we'll
not
follow
do it,
this
man?
more.
And by the way, it's sustainable, it's financially responsible, and whatever happens after that, you still can sell them off. So without a loss.
Here's the thing. And now I'm halfway through Moneyball. I am reading it because I haven't read it since it came out like years ago, however long ago it was. At least watch the movie, guys. The book's kind of long. At least watch the movie. This is actually when you throw terms around like Moneyball, not like what Hashball released today with Jadon Sancho, which we're gonna get to in a second. That's not fucking Moneyball.
Oh,
Picking
God.
up a, maybe not a top talent, but somebody that is decent on the books and is good at a certain thing. That's the thing. He's not a top striker. You're not asking for a complete striker here, but you're also not paying $75 million, which we tried with Vlahovic and failed. So let's get rid of Vlahovic if that's still on the table. Is this lateral? This is kind of like a lateral move. Honestly. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Let's do it. Who cares? Let's see where it goes.
No, in the end, if you are able to get Vlahovic out, replace that with Jonathan David, and he gives you similar-ish output, like it's a net positive in the end because you save the like 40 million on salary, maybe gain, I don't know, will we get at this point more than 30, 35 million for Vlahovic? 40 maybe max?
I've heard they'll try to get rid of him for 25.
Yeah,
He's on the
but
last year of his contract, man. You
essentially get rid of a salary, maybe get somewhat of a transfer fee, and then you get this guy for just 6 million annually, and
Yeah.
that's just good business, man. Let's not cry about it. Like
No.
we are not getting the next Cristiano Ronaldo or Gonzalo Higuain or whoever, man.
No, we have
That's
to be realistic
like
with what this is.
we are not kidding ourselves into thinking that. And yes, Eddie, you are absolutely
Yeah,
right.
we're not winning the Scudetto next year with Jonathan David.
Yeah.
That's not what we're trying to say here.
Yeah, and he said we have the worst striker combination in the top 6. I said in the comment above. Oh yeah, we have the weakest attack in the top 6 Serie A squads if we get. David and Sancho. Okay, I didn't. I
Okay,
overread the
fuck it.
Sancho part,
Let's
but yeah,
get
I
into
think with
Sancho.
even with Jonathan David and Kolomouani, we have honestly the weakest attack. But it is what it is, man. Like we have other stuff like that is more desperate to fix. Like get me center backs, get me midfielders. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about him. Fuck it. We're here.
No.
Jadon Sancho. Just no. Is that it? We're just leaving it? No.
Just no. The brother is injured a lot.
Yeah.
Imagine him coming to Juventus. He is arrogant. He earns a shit ton of money, and I guarantee you, Manchester United will hardball you to pay his salary. And the brother is earning 10 million per year right now at Manchester United. Do you want to pay that for a loan player? Do you even want to pay half of that, 5 million for a loan player? or if you somehow are able to string together a deal to buy him permanently. Do you really want to pay 5 to 7 to... Oh, sorry, he will not take 5 million in that instance. But are you willing to pay him 7, 8, 9, 10 million per year?
Let's see what he's making now since we're here.
9.242 million euros per year.
Making
He earned
9.
on his loan at Chelsea, he earned 6.161 million.
That seems ridiculous here. I'm getting the actual numbers. 5.2 pounds. So let's go euros. 6. Oh man, you're right.
Yeah, I read it from the same site as you, Dave. I read it
I know
from
to see with my own eyes. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a lot. No.
Yeah.
That's. It's just more reason to say no.
Yeah.
Where does he fit in the project? What does he do? What's his job?
And his salary decreased a bit. I don't know whether he lost on performance bonuses or whatever, but like in his initial spell at Manchester United, he was earning 16.5 million, and then it went downwards a bit. So, oh my God, it is both combined. He earned 15.4 million last season. Half of the... Oh, so that's what it was. Yeah, for the whole season he earned 15.4. You have to add it together, because his overall contract is 15 million per year. So if we pay half of that, it's a 6, 7, 8 million loan player.
Too much. It's too much for what you get out of him. His attitude.
Yeah, I correct myself. He's earning 15 million per year at Manchester United.
Yeah, this might be a trim. You just have to hope he goes.
I just read it wrong, because he was on loan at Chelsea and they only paid a portion of it. So if you add together what he earned at Chelsea and the part he earned for Manchester United, it's exactly the 15.5 million. So absolutely not.
Now, here's the thing that concerns me more. We're already, I think, pretty universally. Find me somebody. I'm sure there's somebody out there, but find me that person that wants Jadon Sancho, other than just a fanboy. Like, find me an actual person that wants Jadon Sancho. That's the first problem.
Dave, Chelsea is buying everybody, or at least like in the past years they did. And they paid a 5 million pound penalty to send him back to Manchester United and to not trigger the buy obligation.
Okay, so LJJ wants him. Well, tell us why. That's what I want to know. Why? Why do we like him?
Chelsea got him on loan with a buy obligation for 25 million pounds. Now, whatever you think that is in euros, I'm not going to do the math. And they were able to not take the buy obligation, because they had a special clause that if they pay 5 million pounds on top so they're allowed basically to not trigger the buy obligation. So, and that's what they did, just to not get him. So
this does get worse, though.
Saying no to him.
Yeah. This is the thing that we keep on just saying how he's so bad. This gets worse within our realm, our concept of this, because we have heard many of a rumor now about both Bangula and Weah leaving for
oh my God,
22 to 20, in that range of 20. Because
Weah's not even my problem.
Weah doesn't even want to go. He requested double the salary of 4 million instead of 2, just to like fuck them off, essentially. You know,
I don't know,
but they are so hard up. Now, this is just a report. This is the transfer market saga, the bullshit that comes out this time of year. If this is true, that they're trying to push the sale of Bangula and Weah to fund Sancho, then I'm fucking punching my computer screen at that point. I give up.
Might as well keep Bangula. If you are just wanting to trade a left winger for a left winger, just keep Bangula. Honestly, just fuck it. Like, just have your left side being Yildiz and Bangula. I don't care. Oh my God, dude, this business makes me angry again. Like, if you sell those and get a competent left winger, if you go to the market and get Hold up, let us have some fun.
Have some fun. There's no fun. Look at this. So background of potential double sale. This Tuto Sport. So take for what it fucking is. Apparently they asked for 30 mil, but they compromised on a lower figure. This is so the sale could be done immediately as it has an impact on the team's budget.
By the way,
So
why can't we try to bring? I don't know. He would cost a lot, but a guy like Barcola, would you guys spend money on that one?
how much is
That
he
would be a
worth?
fun left winger. I believe you would have to pay 60, 65, something like that.
I don't think we have that
But
money.
yeah, no, I know, but in the end, like I would rather get if you're not able to get an elite or at least a young winger like that, might as well keep Mbangula and Yildiz. Because in the end, like the only ones that are available is Bakula, for example. Who is there like on the market? There aren't even a lot of left wingers on the market.
We don't play with wingers, right? Like
Yeah, but why are we going for Jadon Sancho,
and that's just the thing is like
who is
as
a
LJJ
pure
says,
winger,
loan him, put him on a loan.
who is a pure winger, glued to the sideline, and not giving any defensive contribution whatsoever. So what in the end was all the debate about, oh, Chiesa's not helping us in any way defensively and blah blah blah. Like what the fuck are we doing? Might as well go for Chiesa again, get him for 15 million, embarrass ourselves because we bought him back more expensive than we sold him.
Yeah,
I would rather do
it's
that.
just we're struggling to find the reason in all of it.
I don't know, Harvey Barnes from Newcastle, and like do something like that instead of getting that guy.
I just nobody seems like nobody I've talked to in this community really seems to be very high up on. Okay, Weah is one thing. I think generally speaking, people are okay with moving Weah. It's a lot of plus Valenza. He costs like nothing. We got him for 22. Was it 2 years ago?
Oh,
He's
we got Weah for 12.
12. Why did I say 22? 12. Yeah,
We
and
got
if we're
him for
selling
12.
him for 15, I mean it's not
I don't
bad.
care to even go out with a plus. Look, he had his first season under Max wasn't good. I said I'm willing to give him another season because everybody wanted to sell him after that first season with Max already, if you remember. I said, all right, I'll be fair. I give him another season to see what he does. Maybe Motta will play him as an actual winger. And I don't know, he just shoved him into the closet and we never saw Weah again. So if we are not using it, might as well sell him. And if we get 15 for it, that's a 3 million plus Valenza. A bit of it is already amortized. So in the end, we make a 5 million plus or something like that. 5.5 to 6 maybe. So fuck it, sell him. But Mbangula is again he was one of our more impactful wingers, especially like when we subbed him in. He had energy, he had speed. Most importantly, somehow he was able to score goals. One of the few wingers that just could invert and shoot it from the edge of the box. So if you want to get a left winger that is trash, keep Mbangula because he has more impact. Yeah.
I mean,
Man,
he did well.
I don't
Tudor
know.
this is a case of Tudor just not
No, but
liking
if Tudor
Bangula for
doesn't want but if Tudor doesn't want a winger, which I understand, in his lineup he doesn't need one because he has his wingbacks pushing forward. Why are we in the market for Jadon Sancho in the first place?
again, and it just comes back to like
That's what
why?
I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
None of it makes any sense.
It doesn't make sense. So it is either shit agent talks in order to push Sancho's value or whatever, but it doesn't make sense. If you want a winger, might as well keep Mbangula. Like there's no need to go for Sancho.
Sancho as
No,
a
fuck
wing
him. Why?
back?
For what defensive ability? For what?
You're just confusing me more now at this
Dude,
point.
dude. Sancho never goes like past the midfield line. Like he always stays there at the front, man. No, and on top of that, he's injured for half the season most of the time.
And there is that. We don't need any more of those. That's for damn sure, right?
Primo, Kostic has more defensive ability than Sancho, and he has better crosses than Sancho. And Sancho doesn't have any, like after all his injuries, doesn't have any of his dribbling ability. So what the fuck are we getting him for? He doesn't score goals. Like he doesn't do anything good at this stage.
I hope this is just like this is the new Berardi. I hope this is all this is. Like fuck, let's move on from this. This is depressing.
At this point, get me Sergei Milinkovic-Savic from Al Hilal.
Yeah,
Like I would rather get linked to that player again, like we did in the past. But
sure.
god
I'll take
damn,
that.
I can't hear these Jadon Sancho rumors anymore.
When will we be linked with a defender?
Yeah, thank you. The actual position we need.
Fuck, that's a good question, isn't it? I can only report on what I got, right? I'm not don't have a lot of faith so far in Comolli. Not that we were really high on him anyways, but of course we're like, let's see what he does. We'll step back and observe. Not liking it so far. Like Gatti still hasn't renewed. I mean, Chico, that kind of fell through. He's not. I thought that was done. They were reporting like it was done. Apparently, Porto refused the 30 million. They want a bit more, so that's still up in the air. Like what? No, there's just nothing here to give me any faith in what the management's doing at the current moment. Like because Chiellini's on the pitch and he's showing a smile. That's supposed to give me warm fuzzies. It doesn't. Speaking of the mother, Damien Comolli. We have more on him today, and this is our last little thing here before we go on to the pregame. The powers of Damien Comolli. He will represent the club at the main football institutions, so Serie A, FIGC, UEFA, FIFA, ECA, with also being able to sign market contracts up to 45 million. I'm assuming you need Daddy Elkin to sign off after that. He will manage agent relations, memberships, and have internal disciplinary powers. On the commercial front, he will control sponsorships, TV rights, and marketing. Comolli will have sporting power to hire and fire the sporting staff. He will be responsible for the paperwork of foreign players. He's been brought on to reinforce structure at Juve and build a modern, competitive club with Jadon Sancho. Sorry, that last one I obviously added on, but it's kind of like he's doing a bit of this, a little bit of that. Has a lot of powers here, not kind of just like the signs paperwork over here. Like, so he's just the manager, I guess. Is this not what the sporting director kind of does? But with like little extra things?
Man.
Again, this just it doesn't really exude confidence in what the club's doing at the moment. Now, we still don't even have a sporting director. So maybe this is because we don't have a sporting director. He's also taking over some of those roles. Maybe we're not going to spend any money on a sporting director. We're going to be like, screw it. This French dude over here that we picked up that sounds like a delicious Southern Italian treat. He'll do it all. What do you got from any of this?
Nothing.
Just nothing.
Hey.
Should have just kept Dolly at this point. I mean, it seems similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He has less douchey glasses.
Yeah.
We're struggling. We're really struggling to figure this one out, aren't we? He's just
I mean, of
man.
course, as the overarching sporting, I don't know, on top of the sporting hierarchy, like this is so. I know that's like Captain Obvious. Like he is the guy that we brought in to make the ultimate sporting decisions. So I don't know what to like. It's not even newsworthy for me. I just want to know like if we get like proper sporting directors in that are doing scouting and all of that. Is he the deal closer? Will be the guy that is sending the people to his like to transfer negotiations? I have no fucking clue like what the plan or what it overall is.
Mm-hmm. And
Like,
that's
yes,
really the takeaway.
he is the figurehead, that is okay. But who are the people that are doing the actual hard work? That's what I'm interested in because those are the important people.
Yeah, because he's not physically doing. You think he's like signing the foreign player paperwork? I
Dude,
mean,
we
he
didn't
probably
even
does like the physical signature at the end, but he's not doing that.
dude, according to the reports, like he didn't even go over to England. Like it was just video calls, like about Jadon Sancho, like according to the reports. But
Yeah, you got to save money. You
yeah,
can't take a flight.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
mean, I'm not really even that. It depends. It really does depend. Like if it's a big deal, if you're doing a big name signing, I kind of expect you to be there face to face. I'm not upset that he did a video call for Sancho because that means he's not really that fucking serious.
I hope that means it. Either we are not serious or just he's a yeah what is the word for it? Um,
Fraud.
I don't.
Poser.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Fuck this shit. I'm going over to Fop Mob. Let's do it. Pre-game this bitch.
Hold up. Just before we go into the pregame, because I have some like like this right here. I want to go
Oh,
into.
Dave's got a little something special here. What do we got?
Look, this is the current team as we know, right? Like Wea and Bangula, I will put them to the side. Milik, God knows what's happening. I will put him to the side. Rugani, do we even think that he will play? I don't know. Put him to the side because otherwise he would have played at the Club World Cup
You would have
so
thought
far.
so, yeah.
So this is essentially the team we have right now. We don't even know if we will keep Conceição, but I will have him in right now, just for the moment. This is the team we have. We need a starting center back here. I'm sorry, we just need because I don't want
Kalulu.
any of these guys or Savona who
Kelly.
is playing there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but give me a proper fucking center back next to Bremer. And then whatever the third option is like in this backline, then alternating between Gatti, Kelly, Kalulu, like I don't care. But give me a proper one next to that. And then if these two are your wing backs or full backs or whatever Tudor's fucking plan is, he doesn't even know himself, I bet. I'm sorry, but I don't want this to be my right side of it. And if this will be the case, who will we get on the left?
Still haven't seen Kostic. Is that who you got there? The mystery man?
It's Cabal and Kostic right now.
Kostic. Because I mean Kostic is a big question mark still as well, right?
Yeah. So can we sort these important positions out? And then whatever the plan is offensively, because Tudor for yeah, congratulations. Have fun hijacking Hanko
Yeah.
going to Al Nassr. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's clear he's there for the
Going
money.
there with your big money back. So
He's
I I don't care. Like what do links mean? We are linked to Sancho. Do you want Sancho? I
I
know
suppose.
he honestly the only stuff I watched from him is now at the Club World Cup. So I can't even tell you if he's actually like at the CWC so far he was incredible, but yeah, I didn't make a proper like scouting report on him, so I can't tell you yet. But yeah, um, we need a backup for Yildiz, especially if Bangula goes or if
Is
the
it I guess
plan
that's
is
Sancho. Is that Sancho?
no fuck Sancho.
Sorry. I mean I'm
Uh,
just trying to figure it out.
or if the plan is like to do something like this, play only these right there. You have wingbacks, sorry. Like essentially yeah, it would be a 3-5-2 essentially, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty much saying there aren't really any defenders out there that would move the needle. Not any. Yeah, you're not going to get
Yeah, but
the
even
next Van
then,
Dyke or something.
no, but I know, but I still think we can do then Bremer, Gotti, Rugani as starters. Like
Mhm.
get
That's
one guy
serviceable.
get one guy that is just a bit better than those two. And then I'm okay if the third guy is then the Gotti, Rugani, or Kalulu. Like that
Okay.
would be for me ideal. It's dude, I don't. It's not like I want like Konate from Liverpool or whoever, like whichever. Like I don't want one of those options. Even though Konate has a year left on his contract and he rejected Liverpool's latest offer. So
This comment here from Andre Adrich can back up Yildiz. Yildiz, when he was 18,
we don't
can't back up
know.
himself now.
Yeah,
Adrich certainly
but
can't do it.
we don't know jack shit about Adjic, and what we saw from him was bad so far.
All I'm gonna say is
So
if you listen to a certain content creator that glazed him for playing in whatever under 21 national team, is it Montenegro? Where's he from again? The Balkans.
it was Montenegro, yeah.
Not Montenegro. Yeah, if you're getting your information of him playing for the under 17 Montenegro team, I mean that's just not going to do it in Syria, unfortunately. So, I mean, of course, we want to see these guys do well and flourish, but he played what the 65th to the 75th minute for a game and got taken off. So, really, is he the backup to Yildiz? We have no idea, and the fact that we have no idea makes me believe that no, he isn't. Because if he was, we would have seen more of him.
Who knows, Primo? We like to sell our young Italian midfielders.
And Moretti,
Yeah,
you can't really sell him right now.
right now he's out with a shoulder injury, but we have no idea what the plans are with him. So
You don't need your shoulder. I mean, you don't really.
yeah, look, like this would be right now our team, right? Essentially, the Gregorio Cagliari on the left side, whether we like it or not, he's starting there all the time. If Bremer is fit, Bremer centrally, and then I don't know, a combination of Gatti, Rugani, or Savona, or Kalulu, whoever is fit, right? And that leaves you with Cambiaso left side, Thuram, Locatelli, 6s and 8s. And then on the right side, God knows what his plan is there, but Nico Gonzalez or Savona or Alberto. Like, I'm sorry, but
Theo is also going to Saudi Arabia. Like he flew to Paris today to sign those papers.
oh yeah, Theo's gone.
He got
Theo's gone. So, and then we still have this guy here, like God knows why in that position.
please no Coop. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
What are the options? This is what Tudor's usually playing. Or you try something like this, take him off, you do that, and then that or that guy. But still, like that's not good enough.
So it goes back to the question: when are we going to talk about defenders? In this case, maybe some wing backs. Because I mean, Savona is decent. He's still young. He's got a ways to go. Alberto is serviceable.
Like
But
in my opinion, we have three desperate needs. We need a right back, or you get a proper left back and play Cambiaso on the right side. And center back, in my opinion, is desperately needed. And you need a 10.
yeah, because here's the
Just
Gatti isn't even healthy
just if
right now.
anything happens. Yeah.
We don't even know the extent he's been playing, but he's not playing well, and now he's benched again for tomorrow. Kelly's taking his spot.
Yeah.
You really need to reinforce that back line.
Yeah. And that's why I don't understand the links to Sancho. Because
Yeah, if we need to get rid of
it's such not a need.
Yeah, and Savona as a center back. He was getting fucked by Alain, but
yeah, but Amr, you can't just loan any player out. They have to agree to be loaned out, and the player of his caliber with all that money connected will not go out on loan.
what's
He would
happening with
rather
Coop is he's
he
getting
would
a second
rather
chance.
boycott you, sit on the bench, and whatever.
You have to recover Coop somehow. You have to give him the
No,
minutes and
it's
put
not.
him in.
Primo, it's not.
You spent way too much on the man. And he had a shit year. You just hope that was a shit year. He had a couple injuries, some shit going, whatever. Recover him. If he still sucks, try to move him on. If he's great, you win.
Brahim Diaz, 10 toes. Brahim Diaz would have been my dream as well, because Brahim Diaz would be a perfect fit because he can play that. Sorry, let me draw him up just quickly here. Do you guys know which number he has for Real? Because I forgot. I just keep it the 24 here, whatever. All right, sorry. Let's make it an X. So he would be the perfect half space 10. Like if you want to play this right here, this would be a beautiful midfield slash at like these as holding midfielders, Thuram as the box crasher, Yield is there, Brahim there, Locatelli covering there. Like then you have something like this, Cambiaso there with his crosses and his passes into the box. Like this would be again, this would be very good offensively. Like for where we are right now, this would be an absolutely an improvement. But in my opinion, we had to get him last season and not this season because now Xabi Alonso convinced him of his role, and he had a reasonably good season for the backup. And dude, a year ago I would have said absolutely yes, but now he has become more expensive. I believe he extended for another, what is it, 3-4 years, something like that. But yeah, Brahim Diaz would have been awesome in this lineup. But yeah, we are never linked to intelligent transfers.
All right.
All right,
Let's take that final look. All right. See what we're looking at tomorrow. We already alluded a little bit to what we're going to be seeing. But here's the proposed lineups. And I guess, let's caveat. This is the test. This is what we see when we see what we really are. We're going up against, and who cares if City's had not the greatest year? It doesn't matter. This is a top team. This is City. They put as many rounds into Al Ain with their C squad that we did with their A squad. So, time to show the fuck up and play. This is it, boys. We gotta get after it. And this is what Tudor does. He's been yelling. He's been hyping. He is the hype man. He's been hyping the team. He's getting them ready for it. And I don't doubt that the players mentally are going to be pumped for this. Tactically, however, is always a different story. So, Di Gregorio in net, of course. Lord Kelly in because Gatti is still got a nagging injury.
We know Kelly would have started anyway, so nobody needs to lie to us that that he's just starting because of Gatti's injury. Like he's always the fucking starter if he's available. So
for reasons, Savona in the center.
For reasons only God knows.
Yeah. So Savona as your anchor. I don't know.
Sorry, my anger brought the energy down.
Lulu. That's her back line. Against Tallinn, Foden.
We will Marmouche, dude. We will get destroyed.
Rippers from Rodri or Rangers, even
can you imagine they will sub on Jeremy Doku at after halftime or whatever and destroy us even more?
It's not a good look. Our back line, is it? We've gone. We even had a short about this.
I don't think we will get destroyed in terms of the result, because I think we can still do reasonably well if we low block it properly. Like it can be but goddamn, I have a bad feeling that, or I have the feeling that we will lose this, man. It's just that back line.
It is just that bad. Because honestly, if you look, Camby also Thuram, McKennie, should he be getting the start? I don't know. Hopefully he has a good game. And then you get Costa, which again, he's serviceable.
I don't know yet if he sucks. He had one, like his last season was trash, but before that, like he was really
He can
good.
still be a threat. That's the point, right? Like all these guys can be a threat.
Like let's see what he does. Like I'm not willing to say that he sucks because he had one bad season. And by the way, like all of Manchester City's new players are playing. Like Mamouche, who they got in the winter, is like he is really good for them so far. Reinders, have fun. Like we know how good he is. Can you imagine him carrying the ball here right through that area? Oh, sorry. You have your line. Yeah, sorry. Reinders like just running through our midfield because like Conceição, I'm sorry, but will help giving that any cover. Kalulu and Savona, I don't know how they will be as a duo there, and then yeah, and I don't know how we can come up with a defensive concept to stop them. Like except for just literally low blocking it, and if a goal like falls into our lap, like getting that goal.
Now, J-Car, I'm not worried about Holland, to be honest. That lanky ass Lloyd Kelly or Savona can put a flailing arm 5 inches from his face and it'll distract him enough that he's going to shank it somewhere. He's basically, he's just like a more beautiful Vlahovic, is all this man is, in my opinion, right? Like, he gets the goals that he does because he gets so many freaking opportunities to do it. If Vlahovic and that's the argument. If Juve went tomorrow against City, it will be all over the media.
No, it won't be. We beat them in the Champions League, and it barely got talked about.
Yeah.
So
I mean, maybe. Well, who knows? I think. Listen,
nobody will care because both teams will go through whoever wins.
Yeah, this game doesn't really matter. The importance of this match isn't for City. They know what they got. It's for Juve to actually test their mettle against just a legitimate team, quite honestly. It doesn't have to be City. It could be Atleti. It could have been PSG again. It could have been Flamengo. But it's not some team named Al. And that's the point.
It is kind of and hard.
Yeah, maybe US media, sure. I mean, they have 24-hour news cycles on sports. Why not?
The only importance of this game is the side of the draw you land on. And that's honestly it. Like in Europe, nobody will care if, like, you think Manchester City fans will care that they lost to us in a competition that to them, to the fans, is meaningless? Like the coverage will not be like as harsh.
The money for us is worth, like, if we're on the brink of selling Bangula so we can balance the books, damn it, win some Club World Cup games. As much of a farce as this may be, depending on your opinion on it, doesn't matter. There is a lot of money. There's so much money getting thrown at this damn thing that a team like Juve right now, in their situation, you got to go for it.
Yeah.
No excuses.
No, I honestly think that we try to get it. Look, Manchester City is not dependent on the money. Manchester United is here for the trophy in the end. Because Pep and this Manchester City team just want to accumulate trophies. For us, it is about the money. We don't care about the trophy because nobody yet, correct me if I'm wrong, but nobody in the chat so far said, oh my God, let's win that Club World Cup. No, we only talk about the money in the end. So if that is that important, let's see them fight. But usually the players are not playing to what the board of directors want. Like the board of directors will want to cash in that extra money, but the players will essentially play whatever they want and whatever they can play. So we are dependent on them like playing up to the competition, which weirdly they have done lately because the big games and versus big opponents we have kind of done well. If you remember like the Inter games we played, the Milan games we played, or Milan was a mid-table team last season, sorry. But we have done reasonably well in the Champions League as well. Like we lost to the teams that we underestimated. Like not us, but where the players like evidently played arrogant and sloppy football.
Well, that last goal, was because we were starting to get a little bit arrogant.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
I know.
let's see.
Primo wants us to fail so we can burn it down and start over. I mean, that is the
I know,
option that
but
maybe we
I know,
want.
but the thing is, we still need the money, man.
Yeah, at this point, man,
Re-
you're gonna take
re-
the money.
rebuilding a squad, like even if the players we want like cost us just 10, max 20 million. Like if you get a couple of those, you are still already at 50, 60 mil, 70 mil, like depending on the players you want, right? And then you again have to fund that. Like Juventus, I'm sorry, but it's not a club that will splash its money. Juventus is a club that will pay whatever they make. Like we have become a business, let's face it, and we will try to make the reason that's why we consider those fucking deals, Wea and Bangula for 22, because in the end it's 22. Sorry, if you consider everything, it's like 10, 14 million plus Valencia in that deal, and that's what the club is looking for because those are 14 million you can immediately spend. And that's what the aim is. And if there's a possibility to gain a few extra euros here and there, they will do. I agree. Like I want to see Miretti, but I'm not willing to see Arjic yet, for example. Nobody knows what with Fagioli is happening. Who else is returning?
Oh,
Like
Fajoli's.
that is
I
interesting.
think you got Fajoli in the back of your head. Like you miss him and you want him back. He's not coming back, man.
Oh, but I thought there was something that Fiorentina
No,
doesn't want to trigger the. Okay,
no,
then.
they were thinking about it and then they did.
Oh, okay.
That was
Well,
just
well
bullshit
then,
mid-season talk. Yeah,
well, okay.
he's
Well
done.
then, okay. No,
Adjust
but
should be loaned. Yeah,
yeah, Ajit should be loaned because if you want to properly test him, you can't do that in the next gen. So you have to loan him within Serie A and see how he does. And
yeah. I
who
mean,
else?
he's got
Who
Serie A
else
time. He
do we
needs.
get back? Like the young players we have right now are like a couple of center backs and couple of strikers we pull up like from the next gen here and there. And I don't know, Rui on the left side, is that what you want to try? I'm genuinely interested, like the players that Primo means. Then we can have a debate on them.
Yeah, throw him out if you got specific names.
And
But just I
Douglas
think in
Luiz, yeah,
general,
and Douglas Luiz. Honestly, I want to see him. I want to see how he performs in the midfield because I think he could play at 10 if you take a bit of the defensive responsibility away from him and just like try to use his best abilities, which is passing, shooting, finding gaps, and all of that, and using his half turn that gains you like couple of tenths of seconds. Then why not? Yeah, Kostic, I'm saying that as well. But Rugani, I came to terms with, like I want Rugani as well, but he would have played if he
I just
if
again
he
it
wasn't
just
so
makes me
cheap.
scratch my head. Like why is he not playing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Ruhi as a wing back instead of a full back is not as bad. He's just when you look at Savona and Ruhi, they both kind of came up at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Savona
but
isn't that great, and Savona's clearly better.
yeah. But Jeff, I don't care as much about how quick he is on the ball because Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan, like none of those were like quick on the ball. It was just if he has the field vision, in my opinion, if he's fit and plays and has enough like time to play. I think Louis still can break down low blocks and command the pace in the game. So I honestly would try him as a 10, but we don't play 10s.
We, as we said
Exactly.
before, probably need
Exactly.
to.
Primo, that's what I'm saying. But oh, you agreed with me, so I don't need to raise my voice still.
Stop front, guys. You're agreeing with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, this goes back to just the transfer talk of this is a position we should seriously be looking at instead of a Jadon Sancho. But we digress because we've been yelling about that
Yeah,
for a
but
while.
again, then my question, why do we have a coach that has a bunch of players that are not fitting his system, and we clearly are not buying players that fit his system? So what the hell are we doing again? Please, like somebody needs to explain me.
I hope that this Comolli guy is like just some sort of genius that I can, or none of us here can comprehend his genius, and somehow next year we get a treble and we're caught with our pants down. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe this guy just knows something we don't. But as
We
it's
hope
laid out,
that you hope that a year ago as well, right?
yeah, we did. Well, I mean, we hoped. We hoped. We knew it wasn't going to happen. Quite honestly, I feel less confident going into this season than I did last season.
Oh, absolutely.
Because last
Absolutely.
season there was that cautious optimism, right? Like you didn't really
Oh yeah.
know. There's
Yeah.
like maybe I'd be surprised, but
Yeah.
now we do know.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
but what did we say? Like, how long are we banging this drum already that the team we have currently playing or that we had in the past 1 or 2 years is not good enough to compete at the top level of Serie A? Like, no matter who the coach will be, like you can't be, even if you get Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, like whoever it is, like the top-notch coaches in world football, Ancelotti, whoever, this team will not perform good under them because it's a average team. I'm sorry. Tell me a player that is world class. I know we had this debate like on Monday with world class center backs, and somebody threw Bremer into that, and I think yes, defensively he is world class with how he is able to defend with positioning and with positioning and tackling and all of that. But who is world class? Nobody. So please, yeah, where is the coach that will make this team overperform? There is none.
well, let's
I,
Anthony. I love that.
LJJ, I'm sorry, we will not even win a trophy if we get two good defenders and a good striker, because we the rest of the team is still, even though we say it's good enough, I like it will not win us trophies. Like two good defenders and a striker will maybe help us compete again. But if you want to actually play unique creative players, we don't have them. Like there's so much to do in this team. Even if we get a world class center back, even if we get fucking Erling Haaland or whoever's Julian Alvarez, like whichever, like Alexander Isak, Osimhen, whoever the strikers that you have in mind that you see as world class. This team will get better, but there's still so much to do for this team. Hincapié, I would take him. He can play left-sided center back. He's clearly better than Lloyd Kelly, but maybe a bit overpriced because of his stint at Leverkusen. But that would be a good option, yeah.
And this is really what the problem that we're running into right now is so many players are overpriced, and this is where the Moneyball theory can come into play. Is okay, we can't afford this guy. This one's not available. Let's look at the numbers, the data, and see what sort of hidden gem that we can find. And he's again, you're gonna have to make sacrifices, right? Because the reason why, say, Hincapié, for instance, might be expensive, or Honko, or any of these guys, is because they're good in all stats. What we have to do now is like, okay, well, maybe he's not fast. Savona, for instance, right? Oh, he's not fast, but he can defend in this way. He's got these attributes, but lacks these attributes. But if we put him in this specific position, this specific role, it might just work out. Now that's how that's supposed to work. And again, you're not going to win anything that way, which means, again, this is the test. This is our team. This is who we have. We're playing Man City, and it means a little bit. It's not a nothing game, but let's actually see what we can fucking put together.
You're right. We had this debate last time, right? He can absolutely develop, but I would like to develop him into a right-sided center back. That's what I would love to.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing in the center.
With his size he has, with the lack of speed that he has, sorry. But I think if you teach him like positioning and all of that properly, he can be a right-sided center back. Right now in the three-man backline, you can even test him as the right-sided center back in the three-man backline under Tudor, because you're not throwing him into the shark tank playing next to Bremer in a two-man backline. And maybe that's the end goal in what he can develop into, but we don't know that yet. But the proper way to test him, if you make him, let's say you get that good center back that I want next to Bremer, right? Then you can get away with starting Savona on the right side and see what he does and how he develops, man. The only way to find out is if you play him. But I don't want to see him as a fullback or wingback or whatever anymore, because he doesn't give you offensive contributions. He's not good on the ball, or not good enough.
Do we dare put any predictions on the game tomorrow? Anthony thinks our backline's going to crumble like a frozen scone. Man City will bury us. I'm expecting an embarrassing loss tomorrow, honestly.
I don't think we will get buried. I think we will lose, unfortunately, but it will be a close loss. Because usually if we play a big opponent, we play up to the challenge. Yes, Atalanta destroyed us, Fiorentina destroyed us, but in the end, versus the actual like big teams we play, we usually are competitive. At least, like, I'm expecting 1-0 for Man City, 2-1 for Man City, something like that. But I don't think we will get destroyed. Yeah, if we somehow shithouse a draw, I don't even care how. That's best case scenario.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know how I feel. Like, I want to be an optimist and say, yeah, we can come away with this. And we could. We possibly could. But looking at our back line, I think we're going to lose this one.
Hey, God knows, maybe Lord Kelly with his Premier League experience.
You're reaching.
I'm reaching, absolutely. I am absolutely reaching. McKennie with his short stint at Leeds.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll be here for it. I'm not going to set up a watch along because I just don't know.
Sorry,
he's gone. Yeah, Dave's gone anyways. Probably the quarterfinal match. We'll start doing some watch alongs again. Literally got back from the road 3 weeks yesterday. I still need to sleep. I need to recover, guys.
I will post. Let's see. Usually, I'm recording shorts and posting those on the YouTube channel. Let's see if I have never done like a proper vlog or whatever. Oh, I have done in Valencia, I believe, from the game, like a 5 or 7 minute video where everything had to be cut out because of the music.
Yeah.
Let's see if I do something from the track. But usually I do shorts and all of that. Those will be on the channel. I will post into Discord as well on the
worst case we'll do the Discord.
Which don't worry, you will see content. Don't worry.
That is the code. You can the QR code to scan it. The link is also in the description. Man, we even forgot to say X, Twitter, Instagram. I'm trying to do more on X, guys. So please subscribe. It's the Dive YT. All the links are in the description. Just hit down there.
Yeah.
We're trying
usually
to
I know. Like, usually I don't like to be on the phone, like in stadiums or whenever I go to sporting events. But in the end, like it helps the channel, right? Well, when I post a short, for example, just as a small insight, when I post a short like from Hertha Berlin, like from a second division team, it gets almost like 1,500 views. That is helping the reach of the channel. So if I do something F1 related, I guess that helps the reach as well. So yeah, man.
Dave's doing the Lord's work here this weekend. But no,
Have
enjoy
to.
it. Absolutely enjoy that. It's going to be your
I
first
would
experience.
trust me.
I mean, it's different when you're at your Hertha Berlin match because you do that all the time, but this is certainly a one-off for you.
Dude, and for next season, my season ticket is right within the Ultras.
Oh, buddy, that's going to be good.
So, but I can't make content from there, so because phones are strictly like forbidden because of
really?
the stuff that Ultras are doing. Yeah. Didn't you?
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's European wide or whatever, but
No, I don't think so.
but in Germany, if you are in the Kurva with the Ultras, phones strictly forbidden.
Interesting. Didn't know that one. All right. I mean, I never sat in the Curva. Would I dare even do that?
The stuff that Ultras are doing, man. People don't want it to be seen on the phones. And also you are supposed to be there and make atmosphere, cheer, sing, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. No, I'm not against it. I'm just surprised.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
Yep.
Awesome. Love it. Well, I mean, you got to be up in 4 hours. What is it? Pretty soon.
5.5 hours.
So stay tuned for that, guys. If you're F1 fans, we're gonna get some live footage, just a little bit, perhaps. They're from Spielberg, Austria, the home of Red Bull, of course. One of the homes of Red Bull. the actual home of Red Bull.
Hey,
brand?
second home of Max Verstappen with the turnout he has there. Third home because he has a lot of lots of Dutch fans are traveling to Belgium as well. But
Fair enough.
Austria is the third biggest race, like in terms of Verstappen fans being there.
All right, so that's gonna be especially in shorts. Get into the Discord if there's stuff we can't post because of music copyright, because that is a thing. Definitely in the Discord. Maybe get some stuff on Instagram, X. Just follow, get in there. We'll have it to you. And in terms of going forward here, just stay tuned because I think we're gonna break. Monday is a long ways away, I feel, for another show. So stay tuned. Might do a little bit of a post game with Dash. See how she goes.
I will be here Monday evening, so if there's anything interesting, we can do the normal Euro dive. Maybe we can turn the Euro dive a bit into an F1 experience podcast. Let's see. I should be there Monday night.
I think just stay tuned. This is going to be a bit of an interesting week up ahead. So we might switch it up. New things are coming. After you got back from Spielberg, the band is back together. All three of us going at it, going into the knockout stages of the Club World Cup. So, ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe. I hit all the socials. Man, Dave, have a fucking amazing time tomorrow. And
I will. Trust me, I will.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining in.
Forza Ferrari. Let's see what reports are true that they will bring a new floor to Spielberg. Let's see.
Yeah,
but even then, probably doesn't mean shit. But,
it might be a bad weekend for me. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I guess for both of us.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good weekend, guys. And as well to everyone out there, have a great weekend. And we will catch you on the next one.